Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing part 2 of my Europe 2025 travel journal flip through. This journal got absolutely so chunky. It is filled with so much good stuff. So make sure to go check out part 1 if you haven't already. So let's start off with Sunday, August 17th. I decorated using some random washi tape, ephemera, sticker flakes, stickers from paper char, whatever, anything that fit into my color scheme for this journal of green, blue, brown, and black. Basically, it's just like a hodgepodge of all random ephemera, but I always feel like my travel journals turn out looking so cool, and I just love it. Anyway, so this was a Sunday, like I said. I put in this postcard that we got of a church near our residence where we were living for the program. Again, if you haven't watched the first half of this video, you probably should, because it gives you a lot of context. But I guess as a brief summary, I was in Belgium for a summer intensive course for teaching French as a second language with French teachers from literally all over the world, which was super cool. And then at the end of the trip, I went to Paris for 4 days with my friend Ali afterwards. So that's the story. Super cute. Wrote 3 pages that day. On this day here, or on this page here, I just stuck in a bunch of ephemera from that day. We have like little business cards as well as another postcard from that church. Very cool. I got this beer once again. I got it earlier in the journal as well. It was like a peach beer that tastes really good. Honestly, it just tastes like juice, doesn't taste like beer, which for me is great because I don't like the taste of beer. We also got pizza that day, so I put the receipt in here. Then we have some photos from that day, which I like to do. We have picture of our pizza and then pictures of the church. Fun. Moving on to Monday, August 18th. I love how I did the date here on top of this little tag. I feel like that's really fun. This was actually some paper that I picked up while I was in Belgium. I got it from a shop called Sostrane Grane. I don't really know how to say it, but it's like the cutest little scrapbook paper. And of course, it matched my theme being green, so wanted to stick that in. Have these little like floral ephemera pieces here, not much to say about that, and then random stickers. This one is from Paper Share, so you can use my code, or you can use my referral link down below to get 10% off your first order. We have washi tapes from EB as well, which you can use my code Valerie30 to get 30% off your order, and I will link their shop down below. Super cute. So like I said, wrote 3 pages that day. That day we had gone to Namur, which is a city in Belgium. I think it's the capital of the Francophone region, and so I stuck in a little map that we got here. These are notes from class that day, and then we just have other ephemera from that day in here as well. This is just the receipt from a little like cafe place that we went to in the afternoon. Here we have some pictures. Namur was just literally the most beautiful city. There are so many beautiful cities in Europe, to be honest, but it was very gorgeous over there. It was pretty calm, like not much to do, but cute nonetheless. And then here we got this Namur waffle, which I think is more of a tourist trap than anything, but it was good. On the Tuesday here, I decorated using this gorgeous Monet washi tape from EB once again, some paper char stickers, and then some little girl pet tape stickers. Have, of course, a bunch more of these little plant ephemera pieces. Love the globe here, very appropriate for a travel journal, in my opinion. And looks like I wrote many pages that day. What is that, 5? Cool. And then these postcards I had originally brought to use in case I ever needed extra space to write on, but then I ended up having like not enough ephemera, which is crazy. I've never had that issue before, and I had brought so much ephemera. If you look at my like travel journal setup video, you guys will see all the ephemera I bought, and I had literally brought so much, there was a full stack of it. So the fact that I had run out was actually crazy. Anyway, I ended up cutting up one of the postcards to use as ephemera. This day, I had opened a new moisturizer, so I stuck the packaging in here. This is from the ice cream cone I got, and then this is from the Croque Monsieur restaurant that we went to, which was really yummy. Some cute pictures of me and my ice cream, my sandwich, and then my friends. And then here we have a 5-page daily spread. I had a lot to write this day, I guess. I did like that in this journal, the lines were pretty wide. That is personally what I prefer. And yeah, so this was our last day of class, decorated using washi, stickers, ephemera, as per usual. Let me know in the comments if there's a specific sticker you would like to know where it's from, but I feel like I don't need to point out every single sticker to you guys. This washi, though, is super cute, and I got it from Dollarama in Canada. Here we have more notes from that day. And then that day I had gotten this little goat cheese pizza as well as a Fanta from the convenience store. So I stuck the receipts in here, or not the receipts, the packaging in here. That day we had also gone to Huggies Burger Bar, which was delicious. Very, very expensive for a burger in my opinion, but delicious. And my friend had gotten a beer, so I stuck the little coaster in here. Here is us with all of our certificates for having completed the course. Super cute. It was our last day. Very sad to say goodbye. This is us being sad in front of our classroom. Very cute. And then this was the gorgeous sunset that we saw as we were walking around that night. Here I also just stuck in the map of Namur. I mean, not Namur, of Liège, because that was really our last full day in Liège. So goodbye to Liège. And then the next day I was off to Paris, which is so exciting. I have honestly wanted to go to Paris my entire freaking life. So the fact that I was there felt so special and I was just so happy. The city was so beautiful. I don't think it's overrated at all. I love Paris. The vibes are just so good. Anyway, this washi tape here is from eBay. The sticker is from Papershire. Super cute. I love this girl sticker here. She really matches the theme as well. So many pages, and I had a bunch of like random Eiffel Tower stickers in my collection, so finally I got to use them, which was pretty cool. Not much to say about this, but I wrote lots that day, and then we have another Paris sticker here, which is just perfect. Here I had used up a little bar soap that I brought, so I put the packaging in here. This is a receipt from the deli where we got lunch. This was a chocolate bar that I had bought and eaten. Very yummy. Finished another pack of gum that day. This is just from some church that we walked by. Oh, this is from Sacré-Cœur, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah. And then this is the receipt from our hotel. This is more stuff from Sacré-Cœur. They were out of the pamphlets in English and French, so I took the German one, which I thought was kind of funny. Here is the hotel that we stayed at. Honestly, it was pretty good. No complaints. This is a receipt from dinner. And then this is a receipt from the Carrefour where I bought some chips to try. This was a little business card that I thought was super, super cute. Another business card from where we ate dinner. And as for pictures, I just have Moulin Rouge and Sacré-Cœur in here. On to Friday, which was probably our busiest day. That day we went to the Jellycat store, as you can see right here. I did cut out the packaging from the bag. I thought this little sticker here from Papershire was perfect for the day that we went to go to the Jellycat Patisserie. It's actually really small, a lot smaller than I thought it would be, and there was pretty much no selection, and the line for the experience was really long. But regardless, I'm so excited because I did pick up, let me grab it for you, this little Jellycat right here. He is the cutest thing. His name is Philippe, and he is a little palmier, like butterfly cookie, and he's just so cute. And was he very expensive and honestly overpriced? Yes, but I love him, and it's just a great souvenir for Paris. So love him. Gonna put him back on my shelf. Yes, so this day was the day we went to the Jellycat Patisserie, sorry, said that a little bit weird, at Galeries Lafayette. And then here we have another sticker with the Eiffel Tower. I just had a bunch of random stickers with the Eiffel Tower, so I brought them all on this trip if they match the color scheme so that I could put them in my journal. Because as you can see right here, there's another Eiffel Tower sticker right there as well. So fun. This was also a sticker of the Arc de Triomphe, which we also visited that day, so I thought it was super appropriate. Here is another part of the bag that I cut out and stuck in. This was the menu at the patisserie, but again, the line was so long that I personally was not going to wait in it to pay 40 euros for a little Jellycat. Like, I love Jellycats, but that is a little bit expensive for me. That day we did a lot of shopping, just like walking around, and I had sprayed a bunch of perfumes on these little cards, so I stuck them all in. And literally opening this page, I can smell the perfume, so it's really nice. We also went to Petit Palais that day, which is a little museum that is free. So that was fun. Stuck that in there. Went to Carrette for the iconic hot chocolate. Really good, but again, really expensive. But I feel like you have to do it if you're in Paris. And then that night, we also got a baguette and butter and sat in front of the Eiffel Tower and had a picnic for dinner. So fun. Here are some pictures from that day. This was me and my latte and pain au chocolat. Then we have me at the Galeries Lafayette like lookout at the top. The inside of Galeries Lafayette is so beautiful. It is like gorgeous. So had to stick a picture of that in here as well. We passed by the Louvre. I'm not a huge museum fan, and it was like 22 euros that I didn't want to spend. So we stuck to free museums, but we did walk by the Louvre because you kind of have to. And then here is the giant Jellycat at the patisserie. And then this was not the Arc de Triomphe, but another arc that we saw near the Louvre. There's definitely a name for it. I just don't know what it is. For more pictures, we have Petit Palais here. This is something to do with the Olympics, I think. But we took a 0.5 with it anyway. Here's the Arc de Triomphe. Beautiful, gorgeous. I can't believe that we carved that, like, as humans. That is insane to me. Okay, here is me and Ali at the Eiffel Tower. And then we went closer to the Eiffel Tower for the picnic, like I said, and got Carrette's hot chocolate. So good. On to Saturday, again, as you can see, I was really pulling in all the Eiffel Tower and Arc de Triomphe things that I had. Very fun. Washi here is from eBay. The sticker is from Papershire. We have another Eiffel Tower sticker, super cute. Wrote, looks like many pages that day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages that day, which is cool. We did go to the Jardin du Luxembourg, and so I took this little pamphlet of this art exhibition they were having. Very cool. We have another Eiffel Tower sticker here, of course. We did go to the Shakespeare and Company bookstore that day, so I stuck the bookmark that they gave me in there. This is my receipt. This is a little, like, I see this a lot in European countries where they'll have people taking pictures and then they print it out in a cool little newspaper, and then you get to pay what you want, which is really cool. So I did get some of these photos here, and then one of them is up on my wall, and then since she gave me 2 of them, I stuck the other one in my journal, of course. And then I also went to this little juice bar for a little dessert at the end of the day, so stuck that in here as well. We also got McDonald's that day, honestly, just because we were looking for a quick lunch and they had a really good €5 deal. So put that in here. This was my receipt. And then this is more from the dessert place that I went to and my receipt. Okay, for pictures from that day, we have the Cathédrale de Notre Dame, which we didn't know, and this is our mistake, that you couldn't go in without wearing like appropriate clothing. So I was wearing a short dress and it was apparently too short, so we didn't get to go in, but it was nice to see the outside, like, of words. But it's really cool to see this like magnificent, like huge building that humans built. I just like can't really conceptualize that in my head. Anyway, we also went to Shakespeare and Company bookstore and got the iconic totes because you have to. Also saw the outside of the Pantheon. Like I said, we went to the Jardin de Luxembourg, and so I put some photos in there, and I went back to the Eiffel Tower just to see it one more time during the day because it's so beautiful, and I've wanted to see this freaking building for so long, and so I felt like I had to go back again. And like, tell me that is not such a cool picture. Anyway, moving on to Sunday, I decorated using some more paper shower stickers. Now, this is a Polaroid that I took in Vegas, like many years ago. I'm pretty sure I was in elementary school when I took this, and it has the Vegas Eiffel Tower in it. But I thought that it would be cute ephemera for this journal, and so I brought it and I stuck it in because literally, why not? We have another Arc de Triomphe sticker here, and then just random ephemera throughout the rest of the spread. Another Eiffel Tower sticker. Like, seriously, tell me why it's so many of these Eiffel Tower stickers, but I'm glad I saved them up all for this journal because it is literally perfect. Here we have more EB washi tape, more paper shower stickers, and then another piece of a postcard that I cut up. On this day, I went to IKEA to get a little €1 ice cream, bought a tank top from Bershka, went to this Italian-style cafe for lunch. This is a postcard that I picked up from this art exhibition, and then went to Sestrene Grene once again to pick up a notebook for my sister as well as some washi tapes. For pictures here, I really like how the spread turned out. We went to Le Marais and then the Victor Hugo House, went to Place de la Bastille, and then also went back to Montmartre or the Basilique du Sacré-Cœur because, first of all, it was really close to our hotel and we wanted to watch the sunset for our last night. Cute. Then lastly here, this was the final day where I flew home, decorated again with the same ephemera that you've seen throughout, and I really had used up every single piece of ephemera that I brought on this trip. I didn't finish all my washi tape, but I finished like 19 rolls, which is pretty crazy. Here we have 3 more spreads with writing, and then I was finally home that day. So as for ephemera, we have another business card from my hotel because we checked out that day. The rest of the butter that I had bought, ate it with the rest of my baguettes. Got Camembert cheese on the plane, which is really interesting. I've never gotten that before, but I guess we were flying home from Paris, so that was cool. Went to a bakery that morning and got a pastry and like a chocolate croissant and a cannelé to take as snacks for that day and for the plane. Got my tax refund at the airport. Super fun. Have my boarding pass in here. And that is the end of this journal. Like I said in the first half, I did pick up these postcards, or this postcard here, of Brussels while I was in Brussels. And so I had to stick it in because I just felt like it was the perfect way to end off this journal. As you guys might know, I like to put envelopes at the back of my journals that don't already have one. And so I had this kind of mappy looking one that was blue. So it matched the theme of the journal, and it was like a map, which is very related to travel journals. So I thought it was the perfect envelope to stick here in the back. In here, I totally just broke the envelope. These I actually need to take out because those I ended up deciding looked too purple for this journal. And so I ended up not using those. And then I just also have like papers and packaging in here. Let me just fix this envelope that I just broke. We're gonna glue that back down. But yeah, that is everything for this journal flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!